I'm Luke Spooner, and I'm here with Lee, Mr. Lee, and he is the Senior Athletics Director at the YMCA. Thank you, Mr. Lee, for coming here.
Appreciate you inviting me.
What do you do?
I am the Athletics Director for the YMCA. I oversee the youth athletics for the
Southeastern North Carolina, which is Brunswick County, Pender County, and Hanover County.
What made you want to do this job?
Funny you ask, because it's not what I thought I'd be doing for a living. I worked corporate world. I worked at GameStop for 10 years and Blockbuster Video for 10 years. My son started playing soccer. He fell in love with it, and because he fell in love with it, I fell in love with it. Thought I could do a better job than the guy who was doing it at the time, and now I'm that director of athletics.
All right. If you could do anything differently now, what would you do?
If I do anything differently now,
I don't know, we've been through quite a few things. We went through a fire that burnt down our main building. COVID was a big shock. All athletics stopped everywhere, so that was a big shock. Probably, if I were going to do something different, maybe not hire some people or that I had hired, or hire different people that I didn't hire.
Yeah. You mentioned COVID. How did y'all get through COVID?
COVID was tough.
I sit on the board of the North Carolina Alliance of YMCA's, and since athletics stopped altogether, there were 44 athletic directors when I started at the beginning of COVID, and gradually we watched director after director after director get furloughed or terminated because they didn't have any revenue to support their salary. So what we did here in New Hanover County is we took our athletic staff and we started delivering food to kids that needed, we delivered lunch and breakfast to needy families since they weren't going to school to get food where they usually got. We took our Y buses that weren't being used for after school, and we drove and delivered lunch and breakfast to over 25,000. We served 25,000 meals. So we got fundraising from that paid for the staff and for the buses, and then we delivered that food during COVID until we could restart sports.
It's very nice. What is your favorite thing about working at the Y?
I think my favorite thing working at the Y is watching kids progress. They come to us as a 4 and 5 year old playing soccer, not really playing soccer, but kicking a ball. And then I watch a lot of these kids grow up, going from 4 or 5 all the way up to when they hit middle school and high school. We hire them at 14.
Or we start hiring at 14, so a lot of them start to work for us as referees or site leads or support staff, and then I watch them go off to college, and then while they're in college they come work with me during the summer, during summer camps, and then see them become young adults and get higher paying jobs than what I make. So.
All right. Now about you, what's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie? Adult movie would be Pulp Fiction, and family movie would be The Goonies.
All right. Both good choices. What's your favorite meal?
Favorite meal? Not what my wife makes. This is being recorded if you guys cut that out. No. Probably I like Mexicans, my favorite food. So.
Mine too.
Funny.
Yeah. You also mentioned the near family YMCA burning down. How did y'all handle that?
So
that was an interesting situation. It was 2 weeks after I got hired. So I get a call from a friend who worked at dispatch. He's like, "Hey, the Y's on fire." And I'm like, "It's just a tennis ball in the heater in the gym. That happens all the time." And then he called me back 10 minutes later. He goes, "They sent every fire truck in New Hanover County except for one." So I was like, "Uh-oh." So I drove up there, and
the building was on fire, and I was the second staff there at the time, and I just was like, I went out to the back fields. I'm like, as long as my fields don't burn down, I still got a job, because I was worried that last one fired. Good thing is we had really good insurance. So our insurance, we had business loss insurance, so it helped us build a temporary Y. The community gave us a lot of space, and we just rebuilt, but it was all insurance money that kept us going.
All right. what was the hardest thing that you ever encountered while working at the Y?
Probably disruptive parents, parents that just don't understand we're recreational and their 7-year-olds playing at the Y and they all get the same $3 medal at the end of the season. And just unruly parents. I've been spit on, I've been chest bumped, had quite a bit of yelling, and you get that person who's yelling, you can feel the spit hitting your face, and you're just, you know, withholding your anger
That's
is
right.
probably the hardest thing, is because I want to hurt that person, but I remember that there's kids around, and I'm there to be the role model. So.
Yep.
And cuts. Cool.
That's really cool.